Today I want to share with you just a brief word of encouragement. It comes from the prophet Zechariah, and I love these verses, and they are so appropriate for today. So let me get to it. Zechariah 9, verse 11 and 12 says this, "As for you, because of the blood of my covenant with you, I will free you prisoners from the waterless pit. Return to your fortress, O prisoners of hope. For even now I announce that I will restore twice as much to you." What an amazing promise. Thank God. Lord, fulfill your promise. Those 250 prisoners that are being held underground in the waterless pit, release them today. Lord, may it be today. Just recently, the rabbis of Israel have declared and proclaimed a day of prayer and fasting to return to the fortress, to return to the name of the God of Israel, the King of Israel, the captain of the host of the armies of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I want to focus on a word here, hope. We know that the word hope is the title of the Israeli national anthem, Hatikva. But it turns out that that word tikva in our Strong's dictionary, number 8615, has two meanings. And the one meaning of an expectation or an attitude of anticipation was not the primary meaning of the word. Rather, the first definition of hope really surprised me. The Strong's Concordance rendered tikva as, quote, "a feminine noun referring to a cord, a line. It refers to a piece of rope, a cord made of bright red thread, like the one that Rahab placed in her window." Very interesting. Also of note is the color chosen for the signal cord of Rahab. The crimson red color with a hint of bright orange was used for several articles found in the tabernacle of Moses. It's also the color representing the birthright. And as you might remember, the firstborn of every womb, whether man or beast, belonged to the Lord and had to be redeemed with blood. We find that in Exodus 13, verse 12 and 13. A rope, a tikva, is not constructed of only one strand. Ecclesiastes 4:12 reminds us that a single cord might be easily overcome, but a rope of 3 strands is not easily broken. So my question when I read that was, what might be the 3 strands or cords that make up the 3-strand rope of hope? Here's my thinking. First, there needs to be a promise. Rahab asked the 2 spies for a promise to save her life and the lives of her family in exchange for the kindness, their lives actually. Next, she had to wait patiently for the promise to be fulfilled. And lastly, there was a moed, an appointed time for the promise to come to pass. And so perhaps the 3 strands making up this rope of hope, a promise, patience, and a moed. So while I was sharing this little insight recently, I took 3 strands of red cord, and as I spoke, I braided them together. You could clearly see that a single strand was very difficult to grasp and could easily be taken from my hand with very little force. But by the time that I had finished the process of braiding the 3 strands together, I had something of substance which could not easily be taken from me. And so it is with hope. Hold on to the promise as you persevere with patience until the appointed time when the hope will be fulfilled. Now you have something to hold on to, the rope of hope.